everybody, it's Jen and I am here with a quick ASC design team project. So I have all these scraps left over from my Ciao Bella Wizard Academy collection, which is available at the shop. Use Scrapping Posh 10 for 10% off your normal price purchase. So I have some other scraps too. Here, I'll show you the whole thing. And I'm going to be making some other cards, but these little scraps right now are the ones I'm using for this paper quilting technique, and I wanted to show you guys how to do it. So I already did this one, and I have a card base here to put it on. That's not a very good card base because it's not the right size. But yeah, this is the front or the base of the card, and then you can add just a sentiment across there, or one of the cut-aparts, like there's the Phoenix cut-apart. They have some cute little labels. That one's not that cute. It says unicorn blood, but to get the idea. And then like a little sentiment there. But this is how we're using our scraps, and I explained this in one of the... I've explained this a couple times, but I'm going to re-explain it here and just do a pretty slow tutorial. It says patience level probably, I don't know, 8 out of 10. I like doing it. It's like a stress relief for me, but some people don't like the tedious stuff. This is definitely tedious. So I have a regular A5 size card, I think A2, A5, I think it's A5. Maybe A2. 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch card, which is basically 8.5 by 11 piece of paper cut in half and scored in half. Is 4 1/4 by 5.5. I cut this to a 4 by 5 1/4, so a quarter inch smaller on both sides. And I'm just going to put some ATG tape on it. You can use glue, you can use glue sticks, whatever you want, just something that's going to stick to it. And I kind of organized my scraps. I got some thinner scraps, but they're longer, and then I got some thicker, longer scraps here, and then I just got some thicker, shorter ones. These are left over from the previous quilted card. They have an angle cut on one of them, so I think you're going to be surprised at what we get out of our scraps. So I'm going to start with this longer one because it has to stretch all the way across the card. So that's how we start. We go from corner to corner all the way across the card. And then we take one and go at a 90 degrees. It has to touch and be very perpendicular at a 90-degree angle to this one. Okay. And then I like to offset a little bit, and I go at a 90-degree angle to that one, and still perpendicular, but I like to offset these two just to give it a little bit of variation. So that's how you start, and now we're just going to go off of that. So your next one is going to go at a perpendicular, or it's going to go perpendicular to this one, but right up against the first one that you lay down, that middle one. And we're going to do that on each side. So you can do all of that first, or we can do one section at a time. I think I'm going to do one section at a time. It's just the way my brain works. And I just like to pick up varying sizes and colors. If you wanted to you know, like do every other the same color, or like do one green, one brown. I know that's what we did in the album. There's like green tones and brown tones. I just added a little touch of glue there because there was no ATG tape at the beginning where I'm going to stick this, and I want it to stick. So make sure all your corners have a little bit of glue. Let's see, I have this one. Butt him up against that. And then I have, here's a dark brown one, and he's short, but he's going to be long enough for this space. And Some of them just have white on the back of them because they were part of like a cut apart sheet or something. So I don't want to use those. Again, I'm just putting a little touch of glue because that's where this one's going to start, and there was no ATG tape there. So I just keep going back and forth, the right and the left, the right and the left. I'm using the smallest pieces I have laying around that will still fit in that area. Okay. And let's see, I have this big chunky guy, but he's very similar to that one, so I'll wait. I'll use him in a minute. This one's kind of neat. He's going to leave too small of a spot there. I'm just trying to, we'll use, oh, this is a good one. We'll use this one here, and then we'll use this big chunky guy. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to cut all these off. Just cut it right along the card base. Okay, so that and that. When I get done with a quarter or a half, I cut it off. Now, you guys are going to be amazed. I am going to save this. It has an angle on both sides. Typically, I throw those away if they're short, but we're going to save it because I have another surprise coming for you, of course, after this. I'm just switching over to the other side. Now this one is too short and it's already been cut at an angle both ways, so I'm throwing that out. It's amazed how little you throw out. This one is all at an angle, so that one's gonna get thrown out. I'm not unreasonable. I'm throwing things away. If I can pick it up. This one, scrap. Okay. Now, I think all of these are usable. So I just put that one parallel or perpendicular to the first piece. There's that. I gotta get a little glue here. I don't think that little bit of tape is gonna hold him down. Okay. Spreading that glue out a little bit. Get this chunkier one here. I'll do it on this side. And oh. I like this side. I think that one's big enough to keep. We have a small piece here. Just ran it through some of that glue. And we got a chunky piece here. This is that one that we decided we weren't going to use on the first one because it left a little bitty tiny spot. Okay, let's see, we'll go here. And I'll use this chunky piece. We'll do this small piece here because there's a chunky piece right next to that. This one's gonna go here. I just keep using the small pieces wherever I can. I think on this one we'll use this big chunky piece. We're almost done. It doesn't take too long. I don't think it takes too long. I'll use this one. one section left. I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. That one will be thrown out. These are still good. Come to the corner piece, cut that off. I cut the corners like this instead of straight across, so I know that they're not exactly at a 90. I don't know if we'll be able to use that later, but we'll keep it. These two are at 45, so that one we're going to keep because he's long enough for the next project. And then this guy we can use here. He's going to go here. The collage papers are kind of nice for this because you can use them in different spots and they look like completely and totally different pieces of paper. There we go. And then this piece can fit right there. Alright, that's it. We have collaged us together or quilted us together. Card. Cut these off. And that is your quilted together card base. So I'm going to keep making these until I'm out of scraps, and I'm going to share with you the next project we're going to do out of scraps, but use your scrap. Don't forget to join us on the ASC Facebook group for all sorts of cool stuff, and then we always do a Scraptober, which is using all your scraps in October, but I thought I'd share this one with you early. Head on over to ASC Supplies on Etsy or ASCCraftSupplies.com. Get your regular price purchase at 10% off by using Scrapping Posh 10, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.